Africa's shadow economy is vast and growing. It includes everything from street hawkers to large-scale smugglers. Some estimates suggest it could account for more than half of the continent's total economic activity. But unlike the bustling marketplaces and thriving tech hubs that dominate headlines, this hidden economy operates outside the law and offers a glimpse into a murky world of cross-border crime, corruption, and societal challenges. So, what exactly is an informal economy, and why does it matter? Simply put, the informal economy refers to economic activities that take place outside the purview of government regulation and oversight. In Africa, this can encompass a wide range of activities, from street food vendors and artisans to small-scale miners and traders. These informal economic actors often operate in a legal grey zone, or even engage in outright illicit activities such as smuggling, trafficking, and dealing in counterfeit goods. The importance of understanding Africa's shadow economy stems from its profound impact on the lives of millions of Africans who rely on it for their livelihoods. Furthermore, this hidden economy has significant implications for government revenues, national security, and the broader socio-economic landscape of the continent. To truly grasp the significance of the shadow economy, it's crucial to recognize the motivations driving those who participate in it. For many Africans, engaging in informal economic activities is not a choice, but a matter of necessity. When formal employment opportunities are scarce and traditional industries fail to provide a safety net, individuals are driven to seek out alternative means of income. This is particularly true in a context of rapid urbanization, where millions of people migrate to cities in search of better lives, often ending up in informal settlements without access to basic services or formal job markets. Within these communities, informal markets become the lifeline for survival, offering a platform for individuals to earn income, support their families, and contribute to their own well-being. Street hawking, for example, becomes more than just a means of selling goods. It transforms into a strategy for daily survival. Small-scale traders and artisans turn their skills into income-generating activities, providing essential services or producing goods that cater to the needs of their communities. Even engaging in illicit activities such as smuggling or dealing in counterfeit goods can be driven by the desperation of individuals seeking to make ends meet in the face of limited opportunities. While the shadow economy serves as a vital support system for many, it's essential to acknowledge the broader social and economic factors that contribute to its growth. Limited access to education and vocational training restricts individuals' ability to secure formal employment. Inadequate infrastructure, bureaucratic hurdles, and corruption discourage entrepreneurship and small business development. And the prevalence of armed conflicts and political instability creates an environment of uncertainty and hampers sustainable economic growth. Furthermore, the allure of higher profits and the perceived lack of consequences often draw individuals into the realm of illicit activities within the shadow economy. For instance, in regions where mining industries are poorly regulated or where corruption is rampant, small-scale miners may turn to the extraction and sale of conflict minerals, fueling armed conflicts and perpetuating cycles of violence and poverty. The pervasiveness of the shadow economy in Africa is evident across the continent, though it varies significantly across different countries and regions. In West Africa, the informal sector accounts for a substantial portion of the GDP, driven by activities such as trading, transportation, and small-scale agriculture. Similarly, in East Africa, the informal economy plays a crucial role in urban centers with street vending, artisan workshops, and small-scale agriculture contributing significantly to household incomes. Southern Africa, too, has its share of informal economic activities, including mining, waste, recycling, and domestic work. However, the informal economy is not limited to a specific geographic region or economic activity. It permeates various sectors across the continent, often operating in the shadows of bustling cities or in remote rural communities. While the exact scope and nature of the shadow economy differ across Africa, several common challenges and issues emerge. One of the most pressing concerns is the exploitation of workers engaged in informal economic activities. Many individuals involved in the shadow economy, particularly in areas such as domestic work or artisanal mining, are vulnerable to harsh working conditions, low or irregular income, and a lack of social protection. Furthermore, the informal economy often lacks transparency and accountability, making it susceptible to abuse and leaving workers without legal recourse. Another critical issue is the impact of the informal economy on government revenues. When economic activities evade taxation and government regulation, it hampers efforts to mobilize domestic resources, hindering government's ability to invest in public services and infrastructure. This loss of revenue not only affects government coffers, but also deprives citizens of essential services such as healthcare, education, and public safety. Moreover, the informal economy's close ties to illicit activities raise concerns about organized crime and the flow of illicit funds. Criminal networks involved in smuggling, trafficking, and illicit trade often exploit the shadows economy to launder their proceeds, further blurring the lines between formal and informal activities. This complicates efforts to combat organized crime and undermines the rule of law. Recognizing the gravity of these issues, governments across Africa have implemented various measures to address the shadow economy, ranging from formalization programs aimed at integrating informal workers into the formal economy to law enforcement efforts targeting criminal networks involved in illicit activities. However, these measures often face significant challenges due to factors such as limited resources, weak institutions, and the sheer scale of the informal economy. To effectively tackle this complex issue, a multi-pronged approach is necessary. Governments must invest in creating decent work opportunities through investments in infrastructure, education, and job creation programs. They should also work towards formalizing the informal economy, providing support and incentives for individuals to register their businesses and comply with labor laws. Additionally, strengthening law enforcement and judicial institutions is crucial to dismantle criminal networks and deter illicit activities. But addressing the shadow economy goes beyond law enforcement and economic policies. It requires a societal shift towards embracing the rule of law, promoting ethical business practices, and fostering a culture of compliance. Engaging with civil society organizations, community leaders, and religious institutions can play a pivotal role in raising awareness and promoting responsible economic behavior. International cooperation is equally vital, particularly in addressing the cross-border nature of illicit activities. Collaborating with neighboring countries to share intelligence, coordinate law enforcement efforts, and harmonize economic policies can help curb smuggling, trafficking, and other illicit trade practices. Furthermore, promoting fair trade practices, encouraging multinational corporations to adopt responsible sourcing policies, and supporting initiatives to combat consumer demand for illicit goods can collectively contribute to shrinking the shadow economy. Ultimately, tackling the shadow economy is not just about suppressing illicit activities or bringing informal workers into the formal sector. It's about creating an enabling environment where individuals have access to decent work opportunities, where businesses can thrive within a framework of accountability and where communities benefit from sustainable economic activities. It's a shared responsibility that requires collaboration between governments, civil society, the private sector, and individuals to build a more inclusive and prosperous future for Africa. The shadow economy in Africa is a complex web of informal and illicit activities driven by a combination of necessity and opportunity. While it plays a significant role in the lives of millions of Africans, providing a means for survival and income generation, it also poses substantial challenges, from worker exploitation to government revenue loss and links to organized crime. Addressing this multifaceted issue requires a comprehensive approach involving economic policies, law enforcement measures, societal shifts, and international cooperation. By investing in decent work opportunities, formalizing the informal economy, strengthening institutions, and promoting ethical business practices, Africa can work towards a future where the contributions of its informal sector are recognized and valued while mitigating the risks associated with the shadow economy. If you found this video informative and would like to support our cause, please don't hesitate to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Your engagement helps us continue delivering quality content on Africa's most pressing issues. Thank you for watching and for being part of our community. See you in the next video.